So if your question is, can 100,000 naira get you a decent budget smartphone in 2025? Then my answer is yes. And that is if you keep your expectations low. So if you're someone who wants like a budget smartphone that will handle basic tasks, play games, take photos, and navigate smoothly on social media apps, then this video is for you. But if you're someone who wants a phone that is a bit better than an entry-level smartphone, then I'll suggest you check out my playlist here or here. I mean, anyway. So yeah, with that being said, please give this video a thumbs up and let's vibe on. Hey, what's up guys, it's Lord here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the best budget entry level smartphones under the range of 100,000 naira in Nigeria. And yeah, that should be around $80 or so, right? Because I don't really know how the dollars is just going up and down. The first smartphone in my list is the Itel A90. The Itel A90 is a pretty decent smartphone and I'm going to recommend it to anyone who is at the budget of 100,000 naira. This device looks very cool. It has a nice design, a decent display, a decent processor, and also a nice battery life. The Itel A90 can handle basic tasks pretty well, and if you're someone who loves gaming, you will find this smartphone really interesting. Although this is not a gaming smartphone, right? It is not a gaming smartphone, but it can handle basic games and also can handle intensive graphic games in some certain level, right? We'll get back to that. So now let's start with the display of this smartphone. It sports a 6.6-inch IPS LCD dynamic display. The reason why it is called dynamic display is because it is bright, vibrant, and clear, right? And it is pretty good for outdoor usage. It is a 720 pixel display, which is pretty good for social media consumption. Although 1080 pixel could have been better on this smartphone, but I don't think we really need to expect 1080 pixel on this smartphone, right? Due to its price point. With that being said, the display of the device is pretty good and nice for daily usage. One interesting thing on the Itel A90 is the performance. It has a very decent performance, and yeah, you'll be wondering if this is the entry-level smartphone or not. The performance on this device is pretty good, and from my usage so far, I would say it is pretty decent for its price point. You can play basic games on this device, and also you can play intensive graphic games on this device. You just know that with time or when it starts accommodating files, you will start noticing some lags, but at the moment you can pretty much play these games smoothly on low graphics setting without having any issue at all. You can also scroll through social media, you can chat, you can do all that stuff on this device without having any sort of lag at all. The 90Hz refresh rate of this device makes it more smoother and better in terms of performance. Now when it comes to the camera aspect, the Itel A90 isn't really good when it comes to the camera aspect because of its price point. Now like I said, it is an entry level smartphone and you don't really need to expect much from this smartphone, right? It has a decent 30 megapixel rear camera and 5 megapixel selfie camera for selfie shots. The photos I took with these smartphones comes out really good for its price point. The Itel A90 also comes with a good operating system. It runs on Android 14 based on Itel OS 14, and yeah, I find that really cool. The one thing I don't really like on this smartphone is the sound quality. The sound quality on this smartphone isn't that good and it lacks bass. Yeah, so for the price point, I would say the Itel A90 is a really good smartphone, and yeah, it's got like a very nice AI integration. You can just explore it. If you want to know more about the Itel A90, you can click the video link here, and it costs around 99,900 naira, and in some stores you can get it around 100,000 naira. It just depends on where you're getting it from. The next smartphone I recommend at this price point is the Redmi A5, and to be honest, I love the design of the Redmi A5. So due to the design style and what the device can offer, I will highly recommend it to anyone who has the budget of 100,000 naira. So the Redmi A5 has a bigger display than the Itel A90. It is a 6.8-inch 720p IPS LCD display panel, right? So both are like 720p and they are pretty good for social media consumption. You can watch content on this device pretty well. The colors are good and bright. This device comes with 120Hz refresh rate for smoother performance, and I can tell you that the refresh rate on this device is good and it makes the device pretty faster. Now, the Redmi A5 comes with 3GB of RAM and 64GB of ROM, but I'm going to suggest you get the 4GB storage variant so that your performance will be better and smoother. Although the 3GB storage variant of this device is cheaper than the 4GB storage variant. 3GB storage variant costs around 100,000 naira, while the 4GB storage variant costs around 110,000 naira. So one cool thing I'm still impressed on the Redmi A5 is the fact that it comes with 2-year software update. So what this means is that this device can be upgradable to Android 16 and 17. And yeah, it is super very useful because you stay up to date, right? You get the latest Android system or operating system, and that's really cool. In terms of performance, the Redmi A5 is not left out. This device powers the Unisoc T7250 octa-core processor, which is a 12nm based on process. The processor on this device is really good and it can handle basic tasks pretty well, like scrolling through social media, playing games, navigating on sites, opening of apps and stuff like that. Now what you need to bear in mind is that this device doesn't come like with the multitasking feature on the HyperOS. Like it runs on Android 15 based on HyperOS, and we all know that the HyperOS has the multitasking feature and also the mini menu on the right side of the phone. It doesn't come with those stuff like that. So yeah, it's still a decent smartphone, and with those features being missing on it shows that it is an entry-level smartphone. Yeah, with that being said, the Redmi A5 is a nice and decent smartphone at that price point. Now when it comes to the camera aspect, this is the part where I will say the Redmi A5 did pretty well. It comes with a 2 megapixel on the rear and 8 megapixel on the selfie. You can take really good shots and it can record videos up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now in terms of the camera quality, comparing with the Itel A90, the camera quality will be better than that of the Itel A90. This device has a decent battery capacity of 5200 mAh, which is a bit bigger than the 5000 mAh we have on the Itel A90, and it's going to last you, or it will last you a whole day on a single charge. And thanks to the 15 watts fast charge on this device, it charges the device pretty fast. Not as fast, but yeah, just decent for its price point. Another device I recommend at this price point is the new Itel device, which is the Itel C100. Now this is a pretty decent smartphone. It is a bit better than the Itel A90, and it is a little bit expensive than the Itel A90. This smartphone costs around 110,000 or 112,000. It does depend on where you're getting it from, right? And at that price point, it offers you decent features. Starting with the design, the Itel C100 comes with a very nice design. The design looks very cool, to be honest. It's just that it doesn't come with a poncho display. That poncho display could have make it different from the Itel A90 and the Redmi A5. It will make it like stand out. So in terms of display, the Itel C100 comes with 6.78-inch IPS LCD 720 pixel display, and it is fetched at 90 Hz, right, with a peak brightness of 700 nits. So this is pretty bright and clear. It is a very nice display, and it is pretty good for social media consumption, and it is good for viewing content. So the Itel C100 powers same processor like the Redmi A5, which is the Unisoc T7250 octa-core processor. This processor is pretty decent and is good for basic tasks. The Itel A90 comes with 4GB RAM and 128GB of internal storage, so you don't need to worry about space constraints or limitation, because yeah, Itel got you covered. In terms of camera, this device features a 30 megapixel rear camera and 8 megapixel selfie camera for selfie shots. The picture and video quality you get from this smartphone won't be entirely bad. With good lighting condition, you get something better, right? And yeah, to be honest, it is decent for its price point. Itel C100 comes with the same 5200 mAh battery capacity that we have on the Redmi A5, and yeah, it supports 18 watts fast wireless charge and also a reverse wireless charge. Yeah, so all the smartphones mentioned in this video are pretty good, and they are the best budget smartphones you can currently see at the price range of 100,000 naira. And by adding little money, you can get the 4GB variant of the Redmi A5, I guess, and the Itel C100, right? So yeah, they are pretty decent smartphones. You can go for anyone that basically fits what you need or your expectations, right, from the features I mentioned. Now if you want to watch like the full review of any of the smartphone, you can check the video link down in the description. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts on what to think about any of the smartphones I mentioned, and if you have anyone or any idea of budget smartphone around that price point or category, you can let me know down in the comment section. Let's interact, right? Yeah, so thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and also turn on that notification bell to always get notified whenever I drop any video on the channel. I'm going to see you in my next video. Peace, and keep supporting.